Hello everybody. Welcome to a training base, an IDF training base. We have a 10-minute break for coffee in between the different training we're doing. Here you can see we're learning about urban warfare today, and I am here with Steve Gar. Steve is part of my unit, and Steve is also part of the emergency response unit that Ari was part of, and they were very close, and both fierce IDF warriors. Can I call you that, Steve?
It's a little bit embarrassing, but thank you.
He's one of the fiercest, just like Ari was. All right. So first of all, how are you, Steve? How are you doing today with the training we're going through?
Thank God. Firstly, I must tell you, it's an awesome day. The guys that are behind us, if you can see, and really, I'll be showing you. You can see behind us a lot of guys that left their work, left their families. They got an important mission that we're training for, and it's incredible seeing their commitment, how much they want to give, how much they want to really protect Am Yisrael. So firstly, I want to say a big thank you to them. I must tell you, with everything being perfect, the great weather conditions, we're ready, we got great equipment. We're missing Ari. I must tell you, being up here, there's nothing more that I can tell you. We just did a shiur of Krav Maga, and we learned hand-to-hand combat, how to take a person down. And I remember doing this with Ari. Ari was actually an instructor for this. But not only that, to hear his roar, and Ari, you would hear him, and with his aggression and his passion, and that's something we're definitely missing over here. I wish that we could teach these soldiers that message, the love and passion that he had for protecting Am Yisrael. So he's missed, but I know that, through making videos like this, talking, having posts, I think his message is going to reach everybody. Bezrat Hashem.
100%. And if you guys have not heard about Steve yet, he is someone to follow. When he's not online as much as Ari was or as much as I am, but when he makes a video or a video is made of him, you have to watch it.
Thank you, guys. Stay safe.
Wait, so before you go, I just want to get... So, yeah, I just called Steve an IDF warrior, just like Ari was, like all of these guys are. But what do you do in real life? Meaning everyone just drops their lives. You drop your life. What do you do in real life? I think that's important for people to hear.
Okay, cool. So I'm very privileged. In the mornings, I run a special needs program. It's called Yeshivat Darkeinu. Yeshivat Darkeinu is a program where we got students with special needs who come from all over the world. They want to come to Israel and learn in yeshiva, in midrasha, in seminary. So we opened up a program, a separate one for boys and separate one for girls, that allow students over 18 to come and learn in yeshiva. That's in my mornings. In my afternoons, a little bit of learning. I'm trying to finish my smicha. So I'm doing.
He's learning to be a rabbi.
So I've done a few exams. I'm currently learning Hilchot Nida, family purity, so that's what I'm studying at the moment. Between that, I'm an instructor that's both in the Ministry of Defense and also certified in the IDF. So a lot of Miluim reserve duty that I'm able to do both in the IDF and in shooting ranges all over Israel. I also, thank God, have an awesome opportunity to go overseas and to speak in Jewish communities overseas, Shabbases, and so yeah, that's been a big part of my time as well.
And I think it's important for people to understand. You just heard him. He runs a program for special needs children. In order for a person to work with special needs children, they have to have a special softness inside of them. So this big warrior you see here, this big warrior who was a warrior with Ari, and we all miss him, but this warrior, he's a soft, cuddly teddy bear inside who works with special needs children. He knows how to do that, and that's part of the Jewish spirit, knowing how to do both, knowing how to be that soft soul to be able to work with special needs, and when necessary, knowing how to be the warrior we have to be to defend our people and defend our country. So I just want to wish you, Steve, it's a pleasure serving with you, and keep up doing the amazing stuff you do in everything you do.
I appreciate that.
All right? So guys, look out for Steve.
Avi, just to end off what you said now, I don't think anyone embodied that better, that Safra V'Sefer, the sword in the book, the compassion, the softness, the gentleness of Ari, and but Ari is the lion, and to hear his roar, and we're gonna miss that. So he was truly a role model for all of us, and may his memory be a blessing.
Amen. All right, so here we go. We're going back. That's Steve. So he and Ari were in the emergency response team together. So you got to meet one of the fellow fighters. There are others here as well. Everyone's just busy taking a break. Let me see someone else. אלישיב! אלישיב! יש לך דקה? בוא. Eliashiv, I was just talking to Steve about serving with Ari, and you also served with Ari, and you taught classes together, and he was helping you on Givat Eitam and settling a new hill here in the Judean mountains. What do you have to say about here we are doing what we're doing? Unfortunately, Ari's not with us, and give us your thoughts.
So just yesterday it was the last Ner Chanukah.
Right, last night of Hanukkah.
It's very big zchut to us to teach Bnei Yehuda Keshet in Hanukkah, to continue the generations after generations of warriors in Am Yisrael. And all the time, just now we finished to do a Krav Maga session to all the soldiers here.
Right, Eliashiv was just teaching us Krav Maga.
So I talk with all the soldiers about Ari. That was all the time, not just doing techniques, but all the time talking about the spirit of the Jewish warriors. And this is a big zchut for us to do that, to be part of the army, be a part of the.
You know, I like the people usually say, oh, it's a duty to serve, right? It's chiyuv, right? It's a duty, like you have to do it. Every kid in Israel, you turn 18, you have to do the army. And I tell people it's not a duty, it's a privilege.
It's a duty that 2,000 years the Jewish nation was prey to have this duty, and we have the zchut to have this duty.
That's right. We have the privilege to have to serve. Exactly, 100%. Amazing guy. Shkayach. All right, so that's what's going on over here. A number of days of training. So we're learning about urban warfare today. I don't know whether you know this, but the American army comes to Israel to learn urban warfare. Israel, the IDF, we are experts in urban warfare because we do it, because we have so many Arab villages and we have to go into Arab villages, and whether during war or not during war, but there's always activities going on because there's always terror going on. Even with the terror attacks you hear about, there is so much the IDF is doing behind the scenes that doesn't make the headlines, and a lot of it has to do with urban warfare. So here we are training for urban warfare over these few days, and some of these guys are guys who served together with Ari. I was on the emergency response team as well with Ari, but not as long. Some guys were together with him for years, and so they know the fighting spirit. And again, the fighting spirit comes from a place of justice. You gotta know that. The Jewish fighting spirit, it's not because we want to fight. It's because we know we have to fight, because we have to defend ourselves, and we want to protect ourselves and defend ourselves because we are the first generation, or now the second generation, with the privilege of being able to defend our people and our homeland. So keep Ari's spirit alive, share these videos, share Ari's videos from the past. These messages are still relevant. Watch them, share them, and just pray, folks, because it's really... Okay, all right, they're calling me. Because we have to do our duty. Our duty is to be as prepared as possible to fight and defend our country. But we are believers, and we know that God runs the world, and we are helping Him. He's the one who runs the miracles to make everything happen. He's the one that runs the miracles to make us win our wars. But we're not going to win the wars just with Him doing miracles. We have to do our part. That means we have to be prepared. We have to be the Jewish fighters and fight as best as possible and do as much as we can to make it happen. And then God does His wonders. So pray, folks. And please don't stop praying for the injured families of the terrorist attack. The baby who was born prematurely at 30 weeks is still in very, very critical, dangerous situation. Pray for the baby and the mother and the father who are also injured. I will post their names to have their names in prayer. Gotta get out of here. Gotta go back to training. Shalom, everyone, from the ancestral Jewish people, where it is a privilege to be a proud Jew defending our people and our homeland. And thank you for watching, and share. I'm out of here.